Hello everyone and welcome to our May webinar. I'm Denise, your host for today's session. I know we have some folks with us today who attended QAD Explore and stopped by our booth, so a quick thank you. Alex had a lot of great things to say about this year's event and the people he had opportunity to chat with. Moving right along, let's do some very brief housekeeping. Please know that by default everyone is muted upon joining the webinar. Each of you should see a control panel similar to what I'm displaying here, and there is a section at the bottom where questions can be typed. And they can be typed in at any time. Then during the Q&A, I will read the questions aloud in the order received. When the replay of today's session is available, we will send a direct link to the replay, and all of the questions and their answers will be posted as well. Told you housekeeping would be brief, and it was. Olena, if you are ready, I will hand off to you.
Okay, welcome everyone. Today we will talk about product structures and routings in QAD. What are these and why we picked them for today's webinar? Bill of materials or product structures, I will be using these terms interchangeably, provides us with information about components required to build a product. It stores information about part number and required quantity for each component. Routing gives details of product manufacturing process. It lists steps or operations that should be performed to get the complete product. Both BOMs and routings are the core data in any ERP system. They impact not only production processes, but also replenishment, finance, customer service, and even maintenance. Complete and accurate BOMs and routings help with making better decisions about material and resource planning. Why having accurate BOMs and routings in QAD is so important? Today's competitive economy does not allow us to relax after achieving a certain level of efficiency. We have to review the existing processes again and again to find out where we can further increase productivity to gain a tangible economic value. Most modern enterprises strive to provide the right parts in the right quantities at the right time. The same applies to resources. But where does information about required materials and resources comes from? It comes from BOMs and routings. Without complete and accurate BOMs and routings, decisions regarding resource and materials planning are often inaccurate, resulting in excess inventory or shortages, expediting charges, and expensive downtime or overtime. Inaccuracies in BOMs and routings lead to problems. If incorrect part or wrong quantity is ordered, the company might not be able to build required quantity of finished product by the required date. Depending on the size of the original mistake in BOM or routing, the amount of money lost could be large enough to impact the company's bottom line. And for manufacturing, purchasing, replenishment departments that are already running lean, the piling effect caused by the inaccuracy of the data that lay at the bottom of the whole manufacturing process, even before it starts, can be very costly. Complete and accurate bill of materials and routings ensure a smooth and more controlled production process and are critical for successful management of manufacturing resources. How easy is to maintain complete and accurate BOMs and routings in QAD? QAD has all the required functionality to store and maintain accurate and detailed BOMs and routings. Is it easy to use? Yes, if you have only a handful of BOMs and routings and do not need to make frequent changes to them. But you know firsthand that with hundreds or thousands of BOMs and routings, maintaining complete and accurate information in QAD becomes not that simple. How can we improve the quality of data in BOMs and routings? First, we need to know what we have in QAD to know what to improve. So we need a simple, easy, and user-friendly way to review and analyze all existing BOMs and routings. Then we need to be able, in the same simple, easy, and user-friendly way, to update or make changes to them. And what's important, make quick changes to hundreds or thousands records in a reasonable amount of time. Well, the faster we can do this, changes, the better. So to soft solutions to the high quality of BOMs and routings in QED are BOM and routing data loaders. BOM data loader allows you to review and create new or update existing BOMs in QED directly from Excel. By specifying a range of BOMs you need to review in the loader selection criteria and clicking on Download button, you will see complete and detailed information for selected BOMs in Excel. You can modify any of the downloaded BOM lines or add new lines of entirely new BOMs, and changes you will make will be reflected in QED in real time. The simplest real-life situation is you need to create new BOM. You can enter data for new BOM from the scratch or use existing BOM as a template. I will use existing BOM as a template. So this is my BOM that I will be using as a template. I will make required changes. So I have, for example, less lines, different quantity per item, and I need to enter new BOM code. So I know that it will be like that. Once everything is ready, I will click on Upload button. Data will be validated, and if everything, all data are correct, then new BOM will be created in QED. Similar way, it could be instead of one BOM code, I could create hundreds of new BOM codes in QED, and you can see that how quickly it could be done. But maybe we do not need to create new BOMs that often, and when we do, we can use QED interface for this. Maybe cost and efficiency again might not be significant for this type of operation. But what will be our actions, risks, and benefits if, for example, we need to selectively replace a component that is used in many BOMs with new one? What will be our steps in QED? First, we need to run QED report to identify all BOMs that will be affected by this change. Then, after analyzing the report, we need to go into each single BOM via BOM maintenance menu in QED and either delete line with the old component and add line with the new one, or expire old one and add new line with new component and new expiration date. Updating a single BOM will take at least a minute or two. And we need to update, for example, at least 60 BOMs like that. After we update BOM in QED, we need to run QED report and verify for each BOM that we did not make a mistake. And if we did, we have to go back and fix the errors. This simple BOM maintenance task, as you see, will require time that could not be easily squeezed into a busy day schedule. And what if you need to update only component quantity in BOM? For example, you realized by doing production backflash for a certain time that actual component consumption is slightly different than one in the standard BOM. This BOM discrepancy affects materials replenishment, finance, customer service, and manufacturing department itself. With BOM data loader, you will need a maximum a couple of minutes to perform any of the above changes in QED. First, we will download all BOM lines with the component that needs to be replaced. Let me pick some component code. If replacement should be effective, for example, May 20, we enter May 19 as end effective date. And upload changes into QED. So we expired our old component. Then we add lines with new component, and my new component code is like that. And we'll put start effective date May 20. In my example, it's just 17 or 7 lines, and in real life case, it could be up to hundreds of lines. Once we created lines with new components, we click on upload, and data have been loaded into QED. Now we can use download function to review and verify changes. So if I will click download, I see that as of today's date, this is still my old component, but it will expire on May 19. And if I want to review what's going on, what will be my bill of materials as of May 20, I will change selection criteria, and we'll see that effective May 20, my new component will come into effect. Similar to changes to bill of materials, we can make changes to routings using routing data loader. Routing data loader allows to view, modify, and create routings in QED also directly from Excel, as you saw I did with bill of materials. I can easily download all a range of routings I have in QED. And if, for example, we need to review or modify runtime for operations at the specific work center, we can download into Excel all routings with operations at that work center, and they need to be updated. For example, let me pick one of the work center and see if we have anything here. Yes, so these are all my routings. So let's say runtime changes to 0.50. So I can quickly make changes in Excel, click on upload, and after data validation, changes in QED are done. I can click on download and verify that my runtime has been updated. I can also, similar to new BOMs, I create a new routings using routing data loader. I can use, for example, sample existing routing as a template. I'll pick one, click on download. So this is my routing with 10 operations in it. And let's say I need to create different routing with different code, and there will be some changes in the runtime or maybe work center. For simplicity, I'll just change runtime. And once I click upload, QED will verify data I submit and create new routing. Both BOMs and routing data loaders can be used in day-to-day operations and for mass data upload during data mergers, QED database migration, or data synchronization between multiple domains. We can have accurate and complete bill of materials and routings without doing any trade-offs between accuracy and control and time and money. Bill of materials and routings drive manufacturing, operations, purchasing, and logistics, and the information from BOMs and routings feeds multiple systems, including operational and material resource planning. As you have seen, BOM and routing data loader turn maintenance of bill of materials and routings in QED into quick and very manageable tasks. They're simple and easy to use. It's exciting to think about how much more value they can add to QED data by transforming data maintenance process and reducing maintenance time from hours or days to minutes. This was very short and brief demonstration of BOM and routings data loaders. If you will have any questions, we will shortly answer them.
Okay, let's real quick show what we have for upcoming webinars. Next month we have another of our do-it-yourself webinars, and you won't want to miss it. You'll learn from Alex how to automate your supplier schedule email distribution. And then in July, Christian will demonstrate a really clever way to augment QAD tables so that you can accommodate supplemental data. And registration for both of these webinars is open. And as always, we will follow up as soon as the replay from today's session is available. Typically that's within about a week. So keep an eye out for your Encore email, which, as mentioned earlier, will link directly to the replay and all of the questions and answers as well. The Encore also has registration links in it to our June and July webinars. It's a short email, but if you are viewing it on a mobile device, you might need to just scroll to the end. And if I can get her here. Okay. Adaptability is about the powerful difference between adapting to cope and adapting to win. And it seems to me taking the time out of your very busy schedules to attend today is indicative of professionals seeking to win and not just cope. So thank you all very much for attending today. We sure hope you can join us again, hopefully next month. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elena and Alex. Bye.